Hello and welcome back to the Dave Does Detailing YouTube channel. In today's episode we are going to be taking a look at a completely new to the UK market product. It's by a company called Infinity Wax and it's a graphene quick detailer. So from what I'm led to believe, the graphene quick detailer is the first sprayable product of its type to come out in the UK. We've all seen 303's version, which is in the US market. It's not available in the UK. This is the first in the UK. So there's only one thing that we've got to do, and that's test the product. How are we going to test it? I'm going to test it a couple of different ways. The first test I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare the bonnet as if anybody out doing a weekend detail on their car would, and we're going to go as far as doing a chemical decontamination. We're then going to spray half the bonnet with graphene and the other half of the bonnet with Synergy Quick Detailer, also by Infinity Wax. So we can do a little bit of a comparison in terms of graphene compared to ceramic and see how both products get on. What we're going to do is we're going to apply the products as per the instructions. I'm going to leave it a week or so, and then we're going to come back and throw some chemicals at them and see how they get on. So once we've done our chemical attack on the bonnet, we're then going to go a step further. We're going to fully prepare the area. So we'll be given another full chemical decontamination. We'll use a clay cloth on the bonnet, and then I'm going to machine polish it so that the surface is as flat as possible. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some different Infinity Wax waxes and sealants. We're going to do Super Gloss Plus, Synergy Ceramic Wax, then I'm going to leave a strip in the middle which is just bare paint, which is fully prepared, then Turbo 6 and then Express Sealant. Following on from that, I'm going to apply the graphene over all of them, and the aim of that test is going to be to see how well graphene bonds to other protection products that Infinity Wax offer. Again, we'll give it another week or so. We'll come out, we'll do a wash on the car, we'll simulate a few washes, and then we'll throw some chemicals at it and see how it gets on. Now, I have a feeling that this video might drag on a little bit because there's going to be a lot of testing involved and I want to show a lot of it on camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a two-parter. First part will be the first test, which is just the chemically decontaminated prepared surface. And the second part of the video, if you're interested in seeing how well it performs on top of other products, will be part 2 of the series. So let's go and do this. So how are we going to do this to make it as fair as possible for the two products? Like I said, we're only going to be doing the bonnet. So what my plan is, I'm going to clean the car as I would normally clean it. I'm then going to use a fallout remover and a tar and glue remover on the bonnet only. I'm going to come over it with a panel wipe. Then once we've done that, we're going to mask it off, or we might just eye it off because I don't want a big line down the bonnet. And we'll do one half in the graphene and one half in the ceramic. We'll follow the instructions for application and removal and the cure times, and then we'll come back to it and see what the water behaviour. I'm just going to very quickly demonstrate how little protection there is on the car at the moment. There is some left over from probably the last wash, which is Express Sealant. Shouldn't take too much to get rid of that, and we will have no protection on the car. So we're now at the point where we have citrus pre-washed, snow foamed, contact wash. We've done a fallout remover, tar and glue remover, and then another layer of snow foam just in case there was any remnants left over. And as you can see, we have not a lot of protection, or we have no protection left on that there. Yeah, no protection whatsoever left on that. So I'm going to give the bonnet a dry now. I'm going to give it a panel wipe, and then we will get on with applying our products. Okay, so for the sake of absolute fairness, we're going to be applying both products with the exact same separate tools. Got the blue one for application, then we've got the plush red edgeless for buffing off. I'll do the ceramic and then I'll do the graphene. The cure time for the graphene, it recommends not to wet it straight away, to wait an hour before wetting it, so we'll wait an hour, then we'll come back out and we'll see what the water behaviour is like on both products. Okay, so we're going to do the ceramic first. We're going to do ceramic on the passenger side and we're going to do graphene on the driver's side. So firstly I'm just going to prime my cloth, a couple of light sprays over the panel, rub it in until it's almost gone, and then buff off with the edgeless. A little goes a long way with these products. Just going to give that a minute, and then it says does say on the bottle to buff off within 5 minutes. I could feel that getting really slick there as I was applying the product. Oh, that's really slick. And next up, it's going to be the graphene. Again, prime the cloth, put it on, a couple of light sprays over the bonnet, and buff off with the red microfiber. You feel it starting to get slicker. And this one smells really nice. Again, we'll let that cure before buffing off. One thing about doing a decontamination on your car is you notice how much filler the garage that you bought it off of has put on the car. So many swirls. This is going to need a complete correction. Again, this is so slick. I like that. I'm just going for a bit of a closer look. You can see the graphene side and the ceramic side. Definitely very difficult at this moment to see a difference in the products, but we'll leave it, give it its hour to cure, and then we'll come back out and have a look at the water behaviour. Okay, so that's the graphene had its 1 hour cure time, and the bonnet is looking slick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a few different variations. I'm going to do a light mist, then a shower, and then a flood, just to see what kind of water behaviour we get. So this is the mist, just to see the beading. So that's the graphene side, the section that I missed right down the middle, and the ceramic side, both very nice and even. So next up is going to be the shower. So this is the ceramic side. Just dispersing the water nicely. And then the graphene side. Both very similar water properties. And then this is just the soaker to kind of flood in the bonnet. Oh, that just ran right off and right into my shoe. So that's the graphene and the ceramic. So both very similar properties. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it for a week. We'll come back to it next week and we'll see how it's looking. Okay, so it's been a few days since we applied the graphene and the ceramic. Both should be fully cured. I've actually already done this test. I forgot to press the record button. Essentially what I've done is I got the super degreaser, wiped it over the whole bonnet, and then washed it off. And this is after just one application of the super degreaser. Now remember, driver's side is graphene quick detailer, and the passenger side is Synergy quick detailer. But check this out. So you can see there, the Synergy is slowly but surely getting rid of the water. Graphene, getting rid of it straight away. I think the durability of this product is going to be really, really good. Okay, so at this point, all we've done is apply the super degreaser on top of the graphene, as the Synergy ceramic has already started to fail. So we'll rinse the degreaser off the graphene and see if a second hit of it has made any difference. So after 2 hits of the super degreaser, the graphene still seems to be performing better than the Synergy ceramic, with the graphene already dispersing the water and the Synergy still clinging on to some. I'm going to try, it's a pretty heavy mixture of power foam and citrus pre-wash mixed together in a foamer sprayer. Leave that on for a few minutes and then give it a wipe over and see how it does. And then lastly, if that doesn't shift anything, I'm going to try some tar and glue remover just to see how that works. not going to lie, I did go a bit overkill on that mixture. Ceramic, the Synergy QD is looking pretty dead. The graphene is still fighting off the water, slowly but surely. Okay, so that's part one of the test done. Let's very quickly talk about the application process. It's very easy to apply. I spoke with the owner of Infinity Wax, Michael Cipriani, and he explained to me that in the FAQ it says use a microfiber cloth, and on the bottle it says use an application pad. Essentially it comes down to personal preference, what you feel more comfortable using. I used the microfiber towel method and it was very easy to apply. I primed the cloth, I gave a couple of spritz on the bonnet or on the area that you're working on and buff over. And what will happen is as you're buffing, you'll feel the product start to go very, very slick. It's very nice, it's very easy to use. It smells fantastic. And what I did then was, once I'd applied it, I gave it a little minute just to start kind of curing, and then took my plush microfiber towel and buffed off. At that point you can really feel how slick the product is. So further into that conversation with Michael, he gave me his three main takes on graphene and what he thinks is good about the product. And what he mentioned was its slickness, how it looks, and its durability. And to be fair, all three of them are a tick in the box, because you'll feel it as you apply it, it gets really slick, like I've just mentioned. It looks fantastic when it's on the car, especially outside in good light, it looks amazing. And the durability, as we've just proven by using the super degreaser and a very heavy mixture of power foam and citrus pre-wash mixed together, that it can take a good hit of chemicals. And this is what you have to remember, is this is an entry-level graphene product and it performs in this way. So I'm really excited to see what people are going to come up with and how they're going to incorporate this into different products going forward. Now that's the end of part one, so stay tuned, and part two will be coming out very shortly.